My name is Erin, and I play the saxophone. I make stuff too. Hey everybody, thanks for joining today. I've got a new album coming out on Relative Pitch. It's called 2000 Miles. It's my second solo saxophone album. The idea is that with this video series, I'm going to talk a little bit about each of the pieces over the course of the next 4 or 5 weeks. So one thing I want to do is dial down into some of the creation processes for these pieces, some of the ideas I have floating in my head as I'm playing, but also to talk a little bit about them and tell you sort of what's mechanically going on. I thought it might be interesting to talk a little bit about New Moon, which is the 6th track, final track of the album. This multiphonic comprises the basis of the piece, and the rest of the piece offshoots from it. So that's multiphonic, 86. What we're playing so far is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the C key, also known as key 7. And then in the left hand palm keys, you've got C1 and C2 keys. So I'm really playing E with the addition of the C, which would normally make the E a little bit flat. So we're starting with that E quarter flat. And then we're adding the palm keys, which give it that broken multiphonic sound. And so with this multiphonic, you can tell there's a couple things going on, right? There's a third. It sounds very consonant as it's played this way. But what are those actual pitches when isolated? It's pretty similar to our E quarter flat, or E slightly flat. But what is the lower pitch? It's kind of a C quarter sharp or C slightly sharp. Soprano saxophone is a B flat instrument, so any of the pitches I talk about during this video will be a major second higher than the concert pitch. The really interesting thing about this multiphonic, and what I really like about it, is the subjective tone, or the sort of differential tone that you hear with the vibration of that third. The way it hits, the two pitches hit each other, generates a third tone. The more I isolate one pitch or the other in the multiphonic, the more that subjective tone goes away. So it really relies on both of those tones or pitches in the multiphonic vibrating with each other. So then the next question obviously is, what is that pitch? I just hear it as a low G sharp. And again, this is saxophone language, so a low concert F sharp. So that's a really interesting and consonant multiphonic. It sounds pleasing to the ear. It's vibrating, pitches are vibrating with each other to create somewhat of a major feel. And what ended up coming out of it was finding a sort of secondary multiphonic with a different finger set that felt like the chord that this needed to resolve to. So what I'm playing there is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So there you have the basis for almost an F sharp. I added C2 in order to make the multiphonic, and a B in order to flatten a little bit. And what you get is this. So I'm playing around from 86 to this other secondary multiphonic. There's also this strange kind of subjective tone. That you hear there as well, which also makes that shorter multiphonic for vibrating and playing with, just because it sounds resonant and beautiful. So that's one of the ideas of the album, 2,000 Miles. Again, Relative Pitch Records, pre-order now. The album will come out September 17th. And I hope you enjoyed this little video.